Thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this video. AI is developing at a rapid pace, and with it, new tools and technologies are dropping every single week. With the imminent loom of layoffs in the tech job market, the people who can update themselves quickly with new technologies are the ones that can control their career trajectory instead of reacting retroactively. However, lots of developers waste months learning new tech stacks the wrong way. They binge tutorials, take endless courses, and still freeze when it's time to actually build something. Hi friends, I'm Maddie. I'm a senior software engineer who previously worked at Google and Internet other big tech companies like Amazon, IBM, and Microsoft. Over the years, while earning my bachelor's at MIT, completing 6 internships and 2 industry roles, I've had to rapidly learn new languages, frameworks, and tools, sometimes only weeks before the project deadline. Today, I'm going to share the exact strategies that help me go from zero to productive in a new tech stack fast. We'll cover why most people stay stuck in tutorial hell, the science-backed learning techniques that actually work, and how to use AI to accelerate your learning like never before. Let's get into it. We'll start with what might be holding you back, tutorial hell. Tutorial hell is when you watch course after course, follow along every video, feel like you're learning, but the moment you try to actually build something on your own, your mind goes blank. You've probably experienced this. You've finished a React tutorial feeling confident, and then you open VS Code to start your own project and just stare at the screen. The reason why this happens is because tutorials create an illusion of competence. When you're following along, your brain isn't doing the heavy lifting, the instructor is. You're recognizing the patterns instead of actually knowing and internalizing it yourself. And recognition is way easier than recall. Research in cognitive psychology calls this the fluency illusion. Since the material feels familiar, you assume that you've learned it. But when there's no one guiding you step by step, that familiarity vanishes. I've definitely been so guilty of this before, for example, when doing LeetCode practice. I'll watch LeetCode walkthroughs and read the solutions to problems, assume that I know how to solve that problem, but when the same pattern shows up in a different problem, I draw a blank. So the fix for this is that instead of passively consuming, you need to actively struggle. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in the next few sections. If you want to go even deeper on this, I want to share something that ties directly into what we're covering today. HubSpot put together a free guide called Learn to Code with ChatGPT in collaboration with my friend Sundas Khalid, and it's perfect for anyone trying to pick up new programming skills quickly. It shows you exactly how to use ChatGPT as your personal programming mentor and walks you through how to leverage AI to answer your coding questions, debug your code when you're stuck, and accelerate your learning in ways that weren't possible even a few years ago. Inside, you'll learn specific prompts and techniques to get useful explanations instead of generic responses. It covers how to break down complex programming concepts, how to get AI to walk you through code line by line, and how to use it for real-time feedback while you're building projects. My favorite section is about the common mistakes people make when learning with AI and how to avoid them so you're actually retaining what you learn, not just copy and pasting. Overall, the guide is super practical. Whether you're a complete beginner or actively leveling up, it gives you the actual techniques to use AI effectively. Check the link in the description to download your free copy and start coding smarter. Thanks to HubSpot for creating this resource and sponsoring this video. All right, let's get back to the next tip. The second tip I have for you is to start building before you feel ready. Most people think that they need to finish a comprehensive course before they can build anything meaningful. But the best way to learn is to have a project that forces you to learn what you need when you need it. For example, I was ramping up on a new framework at Google. I didn't spend weeks watching tutorials. I read the Getting Started documentation and then found a small, well-defined task, something that I could realistically finish in a few days, and I just started coding. Every time I hit a wall, I look up that specific concept, implement it, and move on. This approach works because of something called just-in-time learning. Instead of trying to front-load everything into your brain and hoping that it sticks, you learn in context. The information has immediate relevance, so your brain actually retains it. So here's what I recommend. Within the first day or two of picking up a new stack, start a mini project. It doesn't have to be impressive. Build a simple API, create a basic to-do app, clone a single feature from an app you use. The point is to get your hands dirty and encounter real problems that tutorials won't prepare you for. Now let's talk about how to structure your learning time, because this matters more than most people might realize. Time blocking is the practice of scheduling specific chunks of time for specific goals. You can do this in Google Calendar or whatever app you like the best. When you're learning a new tech stack, you need uninterrupted focus. This is what it means for me. I'll block out 90-minute sessions dedicated purely to learning and building. No Slack, no email, no context switching. During that time, I'm either writing code, reading documentation, or debugging, nothing else. And why 90 minutes? Research on focus focus and productivity suggests that our brains work best in cycles of about 90 minutes before needing a break. It's long enough to get into the deep work, but short enough that you won't get burned out. Between sessions, I take a real break. Walk around, grab coffee, do something that isn't screen related. Then I come back fresh for the next block. If you're constantly getting interrupted or you're trying to squeeze learning into random 5-minute windows throughout the day, you're fighting an uphill battle. Protect your focus time and you'll be shocked at how much faster you progress. Next, let's talk about a technique a lot of people have never heard about, but one that's backed by serious cognitive science research: interleaving. Interleaving means mixing different topics or problem types during your practice sessions instead of focusing on one thing exclusively before moving on. So instead of spending 3 hours only on React state management, you might spend time on state management, then switch to routing, then work on API integration, and cycle back through. I want to point out that time blocking and interleaving aren't opposites. So time blocking controls your environment. It protects you from external interruptions, so Slack, email, meetings. But interleaving controls your learning strategy in the session. It changes how you rotate topics within a focused session. I know interleaving might sound counterintuitive. Wouldn't it be more efficient to master one thing before moving on? But research shows that interleaving leads to significantly better long-term retention and better ability to transfer your knowledge to new situations. A psychological study found that students who use interleaving practice nearly doubled their scores on delayed tests compared to those who studied in blocks. The reason is that interleaving forces your brain to continually retrieve information and discriminate between topics. So you're not just memorizing a procedure, you're instead developing actual problem-solving skills. When you're learning a tech stack, this means that you shouldn't just grind one topic until it feels comfortable. Mix it up. Work on the back end for a bit, then move on to the front end, jump from database queries to authentication. This approach might feel harder at the moment, but that difficulty is exactly what makes the learning stick. Now let's talk about how to use AI as a tutor to speed up your learning progress. AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Copilot aren't just code completion tools. They're also incredibly powerful learning accelerators when you use them right. Here's how I use AI when learning a new stack. First, I use it to explain concepts at the level I need. Documentation can be really dense and assume background knowledge you don't already know yet. AI lets you ask follow-up questions until something actually clicks. So you can say, explain this like I'm 10 years old with analogies, or what's the equivalent of this in Java? And I get tailored explanations instantly. Second, I use AI to review and explain code. So when I'm reading through example code or open source projects, I'll paste snippets into an AI and ask it to walk me through what's happening line by line. This is way faster than Googling every function and piecing things together yourself. Third, I use AI to help me when I'm stuck, but I don't let it write all my code for me. The temptation is real, but if you're outsourcing all of the thinking to AI, you're not actually learning. So use it as a tutor, not a crutch. Let it explain, let it guide, but make sure you're the one actually implementing and understanding. When you combine AI tutoring with active project-based learning, you've got an incredibly efficient feedback loop. You build, you get stuck, you get unstuck with AI help, you understand why it works, and you keep building, and so on and so forth. One more strategy that's underrated is to document as you learn. This forces you to articulate what you've learned in your own words. This could be a personal Notion page, a Google Doc, or a README in your project repo. I've realized over the years that when you try to explain something, you quickly realize where your understanding is fuzzy. It's also incredibly useful for your future self. I can't count how many times I've gone back to my own notes months later when I needed a refresher. So in conclusion, let's recap the fastest ways to learn a new tech stack. First, don't just do tutorials, build projects immediately before you feel ready. Second, protect your focus with dedicated time blocks. Third, use interleaving within those time blocks to mix topics and build real problem-solving skills. Fourth, leverage AI as a personal tutor to accelerate your understanding. And fifth, document what you learned to solidify your own grasp of the knowledge. These strategies have worked for me across multiple languages, frameworks, and tech stacks throughout my career, and I'm confident they will work for you as well. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, hype the video, and subscribe for more software engineering content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.